but let's all raise our hands. Okay, count the number. Okay, it goes in the book. I mean, that's really kind of how they did this, years and years ago, sitting around in a room. And
No,
that's what I've
that's
been told.
absolutely correct. It's consensus vote versus scientific data.
Well, and you're a researcher, so I know you know the research.
I mean, first of all, it's going to be hard to do proper research if sometimes even between DSMs, because we're on DSM 5, if it doesn't match between 4 and 5, then you have to start the research over. Now, another difficulty with the diagnoses is there is something called symptom overlap. You could have a panic attack if you have an anxiety disorder, if you have a depressive disorder, if you have PTSD, if you have psychosis. And so at what point are we saying that these are distinct, different disorders, or are they the same thing? Which is why the National Institute of Mental Health said, no, we can't use the DSM anymore to do research because it's not giving us clean results.
Yeah.
They did do what we call an umbrella research. So umbrella, just think it covers everything. And what they found out is that the outcomes of treatment are not as healthy as they would hope. That evidence has emerged that psychotherapy and psychopharmacology, that's just a big word for psych meds, their efficacy or their ability to help people may be overestimated. After more than half a century of research, thousands of randomly controlled treatments, millions of invested funds, the effect sizes, how much it helped, of psychotherapies and psychopharmacologies for mental disorders are limited, suggesting a ceiling effect for treatment research. They've also noted that people always can assume, if you get therapy, it's going to be helpful. But kind of like your friend noted, there's been people with biblical counseling that haven't been helped. There's people with secular therapy that have been harmed. In English, they're just saying we've poured all this money into treatments, but we're really not getting that great effects.
Right. Thank you for speaking that in English to those of us who struggle with some of those big words. Well, it's funny. Dr. Daniel Berger well, and
Yes.
he's a good friend. And whenever I talk to him, I have to sometimes say, Daniel, can you speak that in English to me, please, and break it down for somebody? It's his vocabulary, it's his language, and he understands all those concepts so well. And it's the same for you too. So thank you for doing that. There's a limited effect here of treatment for these labels. They're not even helpful. And I would argue, and I know you would too, they're harmful in many cases.